One. Hi everyone, this is Vicky from Romance Between the Sheets, and I have again with me today Lulu and Christine. Hi
Hello.
everyone. So this month for February we all read and reviewed the Harmless series from Meli Raine. It's a trilogy and all three books are out now. So a little background on the books. It's I don't even know who the characters are. I just had a mental blank. What is her name? Lindsay, thank you. So, great start. So we start with Lindsay. We're in the present time, and she has been in a mental facility for the past 4 years after she was, gang raped. And she's now being pulled out by her parents to come into the real world again, and this is her chance for freedom. She wants to get revenge on the people who did it. There were 3 people involved specifically, plus a 4th who, it's not a spoiler, the 4th was her boyfriend, Drew. So book 1 is told in Lindsay's point of view, book 2 is told in Drew's point of view, and the final book is told in both of their point of views. The first 2 books I could not put down. I gave both books 5 hearts. Read them very quickly. I think, 3-4 hours to read them. I don't think it was that long to read them each. Really loved those first 2 books. I noticed a couple of consistencies in between the first, second, and third book. They didn't bother me that much, but they're there. But yeah, the first 2 books were great. Third book, I felt let me down a little bit. Mainly because there were just so many loose ends at the end of the book. So many of them. So many questions. I'm not even going to mention them here, but yeah, a lot of questions were left unanswered. I don't know. I kind of assumed that I don't know, will they be answered in another book? Will they be answered in another series? I just don't know. So I gave the third book 3. So overall, I gave the whole series, I think it's like 4.333 hearts. So yeah, it's a good read. It's, obviously there are things in there that will trigger people. They're not easy books to read. They're pretty brutal, I think. A few brutal scenes actually. I like Lindsay and Drew. I thought they were good. Good couple. The ending was okay. The ending for them was nice. Again, but some of the loose threads and other characters kind of bothered me a bit. I can't really think of anything else right now. So I think I'll just hand it over to you, Lulu.
Thanks, Vicky. I really enjoyed this series. I've rated it 5 hearts. As Vicky said, there are some inconsistencies and lots of questions, but overall, I think I just liked it because it was a different genre, as in the political romance, and I haven't read a lot of that, so I think it was refreshing to me. The traumatic scenes that happen to both Drew and Lindsay are very, very intense, and a few times I put the iPad down and went, oh my God, but then I just had to pick it back up and I just had to keep going. So it literally, I think I read all 3 books over a period of 4 or 5 days, could not put it down because I just had to know, I kept guessing who were the good and who the bad guys. So there was lots of twists that had you thinking. In book 1 you thought they were all right, and then in book 2 you're like, oh no, they're actually not very nice people. So that was I liked the twisting and turning. Look, I think book 3, the part where Lindsay is actually back in hospital recovering from the last traumatic event that these 3 men do to her. Oh my God, the darkness and the way it was written, that she was in hospital and Drew was coming back day in, day out to fight to bring her back.
That was good. That was
inspiring. That was my favourite part of book 3. The way that he fought to bring her back. It was just, that was just so well written, and you could just imagine her in her own little world of pain, trying to, you know, basically deciding, do I go to the light or do I come back?
Yeah.
And, you know, come back to Drew. So that was really, that was really good. I really liked that. Talking about book 3, the only part that really annoyed me was Tiffany's role. I really felt at the start of book 3 it got a little bit silly.
Yeah, I agree.
Especially with him, you know, in the room next door. Like, I can't say too much, but I just think Tiffany's role, when I was reading it, I thought, really, I kind of was a bit annoyed. But then Tiffany isn't as stupid as what we all thought she was, and she actually becomes a pivotal character to actually enable Drew and Lindsay to finally have someone have their back and for them to actually have a win. So I was pretty good, because I was pretty worn down by this stage. I was like, for God's sake, can someone give this couple a break?
Yeah.
Can, you know, all this manipulation was just, it was, it was starting to wear me down. But as I said, I loved it, couldn't put it down, and so over to you, Christine.
Well, talking, you know, about that part in the third book about her being in the hospital, I felt like that was the most realistic part of the whole series to me. I mean, I would be totally broken at that point if I, you know, if that was me. I gave the series a 4. I wanted more from it. I needed more answers. It just, I needed more. I hated the parents. I loved Drew. And I did love Lindsay. I thought they were great main characters, and I felt like we really began to learn their story, but then it just stops. You know, I needed, I don't know, I just needed more from it.
It's kind of
the
like
parents
the end. I mean, the end is nice, but it's like, forget the loose ends. With them, it was just all tied up in a little bow.
Yeah,
and it's like after everything. Not that I wanted them more struggle, but it's like suddenly everything's, like you said, Lynette, everything was really dark, and then suddenly everything's just perfect and happy.
Yeah.
And I think the transition between those two periods, like the happiness was good, the dark was good, but the transition between those wasn't there.
Yeah.
And I mean, all the bad people that I thought were bad were, you know, they were awful.
Bad. Yeah.
And they were written well. I thought, God, they deserve, you know, what they got. But I wanted more to happen to the parents. I wanted them to pay the price for what they didn't do for her.
Yeah.
And
her mother is awful. I hate her mother.
Oh yeah, her mother. I wanted, you know,
nothing redeemable with her at all. And I think that's also annoyed me about the ending too. It's like you said, that nothing happened to her.
Yeah.
It's like she shouldn't be a mother. She's awful. She should be out.
She had no maternal instincts. No. Oh, she was just cold. She was a cold woman.
Oh, she just wants status.
Yeah.
And I wanted Lindsay to tell her where to go at the very end.
And that didn't happen.
That didn't happen. But I mean, I did like the ending, but I just wanted it to go to the next level. You know.
Yeah.
But I could not put the ship down.
I still wonder if there's more books in this series. You know.
I hope so, because I want to know what happened to Mark and Drew's parents. You know, that's. I mean, I want to know because we know Mark's parents. They're in the government. They're connected. So I want to know what now their connection. Oh wait, Mark's dad. Oh wait.
His dad's alive. It's his mother and stepfather. I don't know.
Okay.
He has his own series out there. I haven't read it.
Oh, okay. Okay, sorry, I have not read that.
So he has a whole series out there of his own, and I think the connected man is his real father.
Okay, so maybe I'll go back and then read that, because I really would like to know what happened to his family.
But you might not know. You might never know. You might be like Drew. We don't know what happened to Drew's parents.
Yeah, that was supposedly an accident.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Who knows?
Oh, but maybe. Well, maybe that's another series that's going to come then.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hopefully, please.
Yeah, because I mean, that they were good. I mean, I agree with other reviewers out there that the situation itself, completely unrealistic. That doesn't bother me at all, but the loose ends are what bother me more than anything. And I would read a book if I was guaranteed I would get all of my unanswered questions answered.
Yeah.
If there was a book out there that, had all the answers, I would read it in a heartbeat.
Yeah. Exactly.
So.
But it was just a nice, different series. Like, there's not a lot out there like this.
Mm-hmm.
Although seems to be a lot more political romance coming on, coming on that I've noticed in the last, 3 to 4 months. So
I think I think I compared this though to Sawyer Bennett's Sugar Bowl series.
Yeah.
That's not political, but the situation's kind of the same. Girl, and she gets her revenge. I would compare this series, the Harmless series, to Sawyer Bennett's Sugar Bowl.
And they were longer books, so maybe if these books had a bit more fleshed out a bit, a few more questions might have been.
Because everything in these books, in these 3 books, happens in what, like a week?
Yeah,
a week. It's a very quick time frame, so it's very rushed. Yeah, I agree with you on that. I think that if things were fleshed out more and a bit more time spent on, I don't know, maybe checking if there are loose ends. I don't know, maybe the loose ends are intentional, but maybe they're not. And if they're not intentional, then that's not good.
Yeah.
Right.
But definitely I think could have fleshed it out a bit more.
Because
sure.
I mean, it's obvious that Lindsay loves Drew, and I'd like to know more about that part, because if I believe my boyfriend, sat and watched me be gang raped, there would be no, reconciling with that.
Yeah. Especially after 4 years of anger.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
Yeah.
I mean, she's planned this out.
Yeah.
Yeah. She knows exactly what to say to get out of the mental institution.
Mm.
So,
but I wonder if there is a part of her that knows he didn't do it. I wonder if somewhere deep down there was a part where, she, subconsciously she knows that he would never do what she thinks he did. And that might be why, but it's never explained.
Yeah, but she does. I can recall reading somewhere, I thought that she does question in her brain why he didn't move.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so I think she had doubts.
Yeah.
I think, and at the start when she first sees him, all she wants is off that island.
Yeah.
So and she had mentally prepared herself for that day.
Yeah.
She talks about saying all the right things to her, psychiatrist. All she wants is off that island. And she was so hell-bent on getting off that island that, and they threw the one person at her to see whether, she was mentally all right. Yeah. And she literally just walked out to the helicopter. So, that just shows her strength right there.
Yeah, definitely.
And I wonder how she got on her access to the deep web. I understand, this person was helping her, but at any time did she ever question who that person was?
Yeah.
Be like, oh, this strange person is suddenly helping me for no reason at all. I kind of was, that was kind of, off-putting to me, but.
Again, maybe she had hunches, but they just weren't explained in the story.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway.
All right, so we are now at 14 minutes, so we have less than a minute to
end this.
So we've got to, otherwise it won't fit on YouTube.
Okay. Till next time.
So we will see you next month. Bye, guys.
Have a good one.
Bye.
Bye.